Hold on, remember Invader Zim? Man, this show was a creepy ass show that showed niggas eating brains and some more shit. Like, I'm just being honest. But nonetheless, this show was pretty entertaining. Invader Zim was an animated fiction horror series created by Jonan Vasquez, I hope I said his name right, for Nickelodeon. The show originally aired on Nickelodeon from 2001 to 2002. The show was put on DVD in, I think it was put on DVD in 2004, and later made their television debut on Nicktoons Network in 2006. So it's pretty crazy to see this, because it's like, bro, this show was out before I was even born. My apologies if y'all hear the fan in the back. I really hope y'all don't. But the series centered around the character Zim. Pretty much his whole mission was to conquer the earth and enslave the human race, along with a nigga named Gur. Gur was that nigga. That was the boy. But as you watch the show, you can see Zim is usually antagonized by dead Membrane. Membrane, he was that boy, a young paranormal investigator who was determined to stop Zim. He was literally supposed to be stopping bro from literally taking over Earth. I mean, of course, he's a human. Invader Zim received positive reviews from critics and audience with praise primarily directed to its humor, the writing, the animation, the art style, and the way it really just pushed the boundaries of what was considered acceptable on children's television. Now, after the show got canceled, Invader Zim was often listed as one of the best Nickelodeon shows, hands down. Now look, something I didn't know that I didn't know they got nominated for this. The series won an Annie Award, and it won an Emmy Award for World Animation Celebration Award, and received nominations for literally 7 additional Annie Awards and 2 Golden Reel Awards. Like, nigga, they really was getting awards. I didn't know that, of course, because I was a kid, but they was actually getting awards. I think that's really how this is the reason this show was just that good. And another thing I found crazy, these niggas had a fucking convention. I mean, I don't think that's too out of this world, but it was called Invader Con. I didn't know they had that, but not gonna lie, I really kind of wonder if it's still a fucking thing. By the way, I want to give a shout out to my boy D-Ship. He told me to do Invader Zim, so here we are. But yeah, I think this show was pretty controversial because the entire series itself was just a darker nature compared to other Nicktoon shows at the time. The episode Dark Harvest is probably the most controversial and darkest episode of the series. And again, as I'm reading up on this show, the episode was inspired by a real life murderer, but I don't know if that shit is real or fake, but that's fucking wild because this is a kid's show. This is crazy. And by any chance, if you're wondering how long the show lasted, it was only 2 seasons. And like other great shows, they always get canceled early, and now we're stuck with just reruns and wondering how such a good show can be canceled early in the game. But hey man, on this channel, we don't dive deep into these shows like we probably should. But we dive deep enough for you to understand and learn and feel nostalgic about shows you may or may not know. But look, man, this is the end of the vid, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really trying to bring that nostalgia to you guys, man. I'm really trying to show y'all these old cartoons that a lot of people probably forgot. But look, man, if y'all enjoyed the vid, make sure y'all subscribe and comment. And with all that said, Spix 'em out.